People think they know my story, but this is our story.
Senior second, coach.
You on the team here?
Nah, but I could be if you're lucky. Me and my boys, we've been balling with each other since we was like 10. Call ourselves the Fab Four.
Let's go then! Get up! Hey!
We can win you a state championship, guaranteed.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
When we were young, I was just trying to find good kids. They all kind of balanced each other out. Willie, both his parents addicts. His big brother took him in, saved his little brother's life. Shion, we just want Shion to work off a little bit of his baby fat. Drew was born with basketball in his blood. I picked LeBron because he has skills and he was a good kid. His mom just wants a spot where he can be safe and not get in any trouble.
Come on, pose, Denzel.
We value all the talent you boys are going to bring to this school.
Oh, my goodness. Look at y'all. And now tell me, which one of y'all supposed to be Carlton?
Wow, stop.
You?
All my life, been grinding all my life.
They're not very good.
Let's try this. You're in the game. Let's go.
Hustle, pay the price. One slice, I can throw the dice.
We may be seeing the beginnings of something special here in Akron.
All my life,
Watch out.
You watch out. Maybe you see some new faces. This is Mr. Travis.
Travis Lamb.
They're so damn good and they know it.
In business.
hustle, pay the price.
Just make sure that doesn't tear them apart.
What's it like coaching the best high school player in the country?
Play some defense.
Sorry, can't all be the chosen one.
What you say to me?
How successful you become depends on how well you manage pressure.
He's not just your player. He's your son, too.
So we just ain't gonna talk to each other for the whole season?
Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
What happens if nobody wants me?
A whole lot more than just basketball.
All my life, been grinding all my life.
Wanted to make great players out of you.
Hustle, pay the price.
Dad wants to make great men. That'll last a lot longer.
Grinding all my life.
We here, so we know what we're capable of.
When you look back at this time in your lives, it won't be the stat.
Grinding all my life.
It'll be that person next to you.
All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Did you make the time you had together count?
Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
Right now, I'm not thinking about the future. I'm thinking about my brothers.
All my life, been grinding all my life.
We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Welcome, everybody, to the PIC TV network. This is the Legacy Show. My name is Patty from New York. I am the business manager for the PIC TV network, and I also am the CEO of Miss You Graham, and this is the Legacy Show. And tonight we have the one and only pastor, prophet, teacher, trainer, motivational speaker, Dr. Anthony Shannon. Welcome, welcome. And how are you? And what brings you here tonight?
Well,
Dr.
listen.
Speaker T, over to you.
Well, what can we say, Patty? You know, we are excited to always add value to people's life. And what can we say about Miss You Graham and all that you do? You know, I'll never forget this, the cups that came, and every time I pick up my cup, it's in remembrance of my mom. It's the favorite picture, and everybody else sees it too and go, "Oh, that's pretty good." And I said, Miss You Graham has set this up, man. And not only that, I mean, your gifting of supporting people, encouraging people is second to none. Your consistency, it's awesome. And so I'm always praying for you and praying for your family. I said, we just put you on our mantle ever since that day, and we never stopped.
Oh, what an honor. Where's the tissues? Come on now. Well, Speaker T, we go back now about a couple of years.
Absolutely.
And it was such a pleasure to meet you, and it was such an honor to be able to support that fundraiser that you had, and your mom, and
yes,
and her vision. Pardon the pun, because I know that she battled blindness.
Absolutely.
And you raised a lot of awareness, and she was such a wonderful person. So please tell us a little bit about her before we get into the meat of things.
Yeah, my mother, the late Sharon Shannon, she went blind later in life, but the fact that she had to endure it, took her up to Grand Rapids to blind school to learn how to deal with blindness and still be independent, because most people, when they have handicaps, they don't want to be treated like they're not normal or they're not able to be independent. And so they have to go to school to do that. After that, she then went to college, graduated again. She was already a nurse. She went to nursing school, graduated, and then she went back to school and got another bachelor's degree while she was blind and became magna cum laude. And so she could do other work. My mother was an amazing woman. I promise you that.
Wow, that really is that's a high bar. That's a high
Yes,
bar.
it is.
But it makes a lot of sense with all that you have done. So with that being said, could you tell us a little bit about your ministry callings?
Yeah, well, first of all, our church went through a transformation when we first started. It was called Beyond the Veil Ministries, meaning to teach people to go beyond, the religious circles, go beyond denominationalism, and then go beyond the veil, and that there was a lot more into the walk with God than what we've been taught or knew. And then as we evolved, we did that over in Berkeley, Michigan, and then we evolved and went over to Westland, and it was called the Victory Church International, where we were going to teach, raise up leaders, and we were going to teach people how to win in every area of their life. And then we began to teach leadership principles. We began to teach relationship principles. And then, of course, we added in the prophetic, because we found out we have this prophetic gift. So we start studying the prophetic, went to the prophetic schools, been trained by some of the best prophets in the nation. And then, of course, after 17 years, released myself as a prophet. So now I'm inducted in the international prophets all across the world, and people know me for the prophetic now. So it's amazing. It's an amazing.
So it's a career path. It turned into a career path. And
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about that career path. Was this a way-making, the Victorious Church? Was this a way-making church, or were you following a model?
No, this definitely is a way-making church, because we didn't know if other churches would incorporate, with the exception of Dr. Miles Monroe. Dr. Miles Monroe, we were on his Third World Leadership board, and he was talking about church the way people were doing church. He called his place the embassy, where people would come into the diplomat center and then become embassies and move out and become those people out in the world as diplomats. And so that pattern of teaching is what we use to teach people. And the style we use is, we call it the Jesus leadership style of seed, service, and submission. If you can work on all three of those as a leader, then you can impact people with not just dictatorship or authoritativeship, but with examples and walking out what you taught. That's what he did. That's what we did.
Wow. And is this type of teaching, what would be the costs? Is there costs involved, or do you do any type of sponsoring? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, ministry costs. I found out years ago with the IRS that just because it says nonprofit does not mean you're not making a profit. And it does not mean that you're not supposed to make a profit. And so nonprofit just means that you do a lot of ministry. Ministry is free stuff, right? You give free food, you give free clothes, you go out and help people, that's all free to them, but it costs somebody. Somebody has to pay. So you have to have members, donations, you have to go out and sell things, or have people that want to support it. We have what is called monthly partners. We have partners that come, and then we have partners that we extend out to and do other outreaches, but they're still partners across the country. And that's
where could people help out in this regards if they want to sponsor or partner or donate?
Yeah, they could go to the victorychurchint.org. That's our website, and they can put it in there or inquire, and we'll get them everything that they need. It is tax deductible. We tell people that the law requires that if anyone donates or give $250, then we're obligated to send them a statement at the end of the year of what they gave, and they can use it for their taxes as a tax write-off if they so desire.
Oh, wonderful. So what are the challenges? Because we know we always have challenges. What would you say are your biggest challenges right now?
Well, the biggest challenges is getting people out of a religious mindset and a denominational mindset, because you have this division, because people say, well, I'm Catholic, well, I'm AME, well, I'm Baptist, well, I'm apostolic, so it automatically keeps a divide, right? Or they're religious, or they're saying, I can't believe, he drank some wine. Oh my God, he's going to go to hell. And to bring that to people and say, listen, there's nothing wrong with wine. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your life, okay? It's only when it becomes demonstrative, or it becomes innocuous, or it becomes offensive to other people. Now you got a problem, okay? And you need to tweak that. And so trying to train the mindsets like that to transition, matriculate into a new thought that Christ had, was to teach people about living, right? And about a relationship versus religion and denomination. So the challenge that we have all the time is changing people's mindset and getting them to understand their thoughts and who their thoughts are that create emotions, that create things in their life. Even if they had what we call a hard life, we can show them and teach them how to overcome that and make it an opportunity versus a detriment.
Wow. I'm ready. I'm ready to pull out my notepad that you will also receive as a gift for being a guest. But we're going to go to commercial break, because that was a lot to digest, and I really appreciate all the details and teachings already. I did not expect that, but that was a nice surprise. We're going to go to a commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Dr. Anthony Shannon. Be right back.
What is this? It's kind of light. Oh, my body starts to shiver. Worries when I'm on a high. Oh, I've never felt like this before. Got to let it go.
When you move abroad, there are some things you can't take with you. But there are some things you just can't leave behind. For international health insurance, choose Allianz Worldwide Care.
Queens, what's the TV network y'all gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Woohoo!
Welcome back, and we are here in the Legacy Show on the Pick TV Network. My name is Patty, and today's special guest is Dr. Anthony Shannon, and we are excited to have him as a guest here tonight. I'm so used to calling you Speaker T, okay? Prophet, Speaker T. We're going to get to some more questions, and again, the spirit of your mom brought us here, and I love that. But I know she's looking down and looking at your amazing work that you're doing. And we're going to get to some more questions because, this is just one of your few books that you have.
Mhm.
I had bought a couple of other books, but I gave them away because they were so great. I gave them away. But this book, and I have your spot right here. And let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk about some changes, connections, and champions. Take it away. What changes you see? Where are the connections? And talk about some of the ministry champions ships. Let's get into it.
Well, some of the changes that people are going to really have to come to grips with, and that is technology and AI. AI is already, I tell people the pandemic, they call it the pandemic. I call it the plandemic. The plandemic has helped the church move 15 years in advance. And they need to thank God for it because technology had already been advanced by 20 years. So by the plandemic has been able to help people move 15 years in advance. To those who cannot make the move, cannot make the pivot, have been lost. So I prophesied that 1/3 of businesses would fail and not come back. And if the people that's in churches and the pastors and the teachers, whoever, if they don't start teaching the people right now to pivot, to change, they're going to find themselves with empty seats because people are not going to have jobs. The jobs market is different, right? Because we're in the 4th industrial revolution. And because we're in that 4th industrial revolution, people need to understand, if you go back and look at the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd, everything changed. Technology changed the game, and
we're making history. So we're making history.
Absolutely. But people don't move and they're not proactive. So they only move when something happened. A disaster hit, COVID hit. Then they go, oh, we got to do something. No, we have to teach people to prepare themselves right now for the upcoming future.
So more reactive instead of being proactive.
Absolutely. I'm in class now. I'm at Texas University. I'm in class right now, understanding AI, learning how to do AI, learning how to tweak it, learning what all I can do with it. So I'm already working on different avatars that's going to speak for me, that's going to prophesy for me. It's going to put my commercials. I'm moving to the next level. I call it leading from the future, not from behind.
Okay, so you're taking advantage of it instead of running from it. You're running into the storm, and we know Monique Lisa so well. And I got that quote from her: "Run into the storm, not away from it."
No. That's my girl.
I love that quote, and I'm going to keep on using it because I just think it's great. Run into it. So let's talk a little bit about the connections. What are the connections that you've been making? Let's talk.
Wow. When our ministry started, we understand that isolation is the new death. anyone trying to do something by themselves on their own is dead. So you have to make connections, which we call collaborations. It's in the collaboration, which Jesus told us about, that it was now called the body of Christ. That means it's collaboration time. The eye needs the mouth needs the ear needs the neck needs the arms, shoulders. That's how you're going to make it. You're not going to make it by yourself. And so when I wanted to know about the unchurched, how to reach the unchurched, because I grew up Baptist, I understood religion and religious, and I said, I need to reach the unchurched. So that's what we collab with Joel Osteen. So if you go to Joel Osteen's site, you'll see where it says find churches in Westland. You'll see our church because we collabed with him when he wanted to come to Detroit and do his outreach. Guess who sat down with me and others? And we were right there on stage collaborating, learning how to reach the unchurched. Why? I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just need to put spokes on it. And since Joe was already doing it, I just put some spokes on it.
Oh, now you're talking about language. You know, I'm a proud Rotarian. I'm part of Rotary International. I'm the secretary. I'm the president-elect for the Rotary Club of Global Impact. Now you're speaking my language because the four-way test shows, is it fair? Is it true? Are you building goodwill and good relationships? And does it benefit all concerned? You're speaking my language, Speaker T.
I used to do Rotary back in the day.
Could you tell now that we're on a high over here, could you tell us about some champion moments here?
Well, you know, we always talk about the champion moments when we have overcome, you know, listen, I born with a speech impediment, right? Couldn't articulate, couldn't enunciate. I had a learning disorder because when my mother was, you know, pregnant with me, she went into the coma and I had a twin. My twin passed away, but they didn't know my heartbeat. And then as soon as they pulled her off of me, my heartbeat came. But because I suffered oxygen, that's what made me have the learning disorder. So for me to now be able to write books like, you know, the Greatest Speaker book that I put out just recently, along with the Heart of a Black Man, both are on Amazon. You know, you can see those collaborations. And then, of course, Leaders Live Generously, that we put out talking about money. And then, of course, Unshakable. These are the books we did right after the Undeniable Impact with Dr. Cheryl Wood and, of course, Les Brown. Les Brown is the one, when he came into the House of Creativity, he is the one that saw speaker, trainer, prophet. And he said, hey, Speaker T, and cut it because it wouldn't say it all. So he said, I like Speaker T. You should say Speaker T. And that's how people start saying Speaker T all the time.
It's hard to call you Dr. Anthony Shannon because
I love it.
Speaker T is really
it's
it,
man. And that's what people call it. Like, you know, get Speaker T up in the house. You understand? And that's where we met David, you know, on Pick TV because of you. You know, you brought in another collaboration with Pick TV Network. David, I mean, David steps out on a belief and on faith and said, look, others have done it. We can do it too. And let me tell you something. You find no greater person who has compassion and really the heartbeat that want to help push people as a catalyst to help them reach their destiny than Pick TV. And that's why I'm here tonight, because of Patty, who always correlates, always compassionate, always reaches out, quick to help. I mean, let me tell you something. I just say thank you.
Who's talking?
And appreciate
Forget it. We're going to have to end it right now because look who's talking. I mean, you have gave so much glory to, I've witnessed, forget about me, take me out of the equation. I have been a witness to testimonies of people you prophesied over and they come back months later crying of gratitude.
Yes.
And also you enlightened and the teaching, the motivation. I mean, I could go on and on. I want to do, as we wrap it up here and we're on championships, you know, again, let's go back to your mom. Because I know we just grazed over her like accomplishments, but like, dude, come on. Let's talk. Like what? Give me something. Give me something that just made you go, "Wow!" Even if it's her cooking, I don't care. Well, we got to pay tribute to your mom because she's amazing.
We have literally named several of our spaces after my mother, my grandmother. The downstairs library is named after my mother because my mother was, she was a intellectual high heavy. Doctors used to say she should have been a doctor because she was so very knowledgeable. And so she is the one who told me that she would not allow me to speak with an impediment or to not be able to articulate. She said, we're going to fix this, and you're going to conquer this, and I'm going to do everything I can through prayer and work. Prayer and work. Don't just pray. Prayer and work.
Excuse me.
So,
does this have anything to do with the Victorious Church? Because this sounds like victory
that's
to
correct.
me.
Absolutely.
And
that's how it changed.
Tell me more.
And that's why we changed it to the Victory Church, and we're able to help people. We take kids, to be honest, we took about 30 young kids that was on the short bus and that their parents said they were having problems. They couldn't learn. Well, I said, listen, let them come to my academy called Leaders Live Generously Academy. You pay the fee. We're going to train them. We're going to do it. If they don't come back better, then we'll refund all your money back. All 20 of them are now finished college. Some of them are general managers. Some of them are, they've written books. I mean, one is a mayor. One became a mayor of Highland Park.
Okay.
So this is the result.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
This deserves a and this comes right out of Psalms 150, okay?
I like that.
Hallelujah. This is amazing testimony. And, sorry to interrupt, but I'm good for that.
You gotta
seriously speaking, this is amazing testimonies.
Yeah.
You have mainstreamed humans that were labeled that they were not going to be able to achieve their ultimate purpose.
Right.
And here you are proving people wrong. Yes. and bringing them to victory. I'm just so excited about that. Is there any specific story that really stands out that's like maybe one of your pocket favorites? I know that's a hard question. It is a hard question, but I'm just gonna throw it out there.
We did a thing called the Making of an Entrepreneur, and that's part on one of my links. If you click it that I sent you, you'll go right to it, and I give 15 stories of challenges, overcoming things I had to go through, and how did I make it? And I got 15 documented stories on the Making of an Entrepreneur that I promise you, it will not disappoint you at all.
Do I see a Netflix series coming up?
We are truly pushing it. Believe that.
Okay.
Because I think for a fact when the feedback that came back was people loved it. Some said, wow, it was touching,
you have enough episodes, 15.
Yes, we do. We got 15. Yes, we do.
Wow. Congratulations. I did not know that. You see, I've known you for 2 years, and again, I'm more revelations.
I'm steady moving and grooving.
Wow. Well, listen, you're speaking to a Renaissance girl, but I feel you with that one. That's beautiful. Beautiful stories. Any last words of sentiments would you like to share with us? Any special quotes, maybe perhaps from your mom? Let's give it to us.
Well, our quote is that everyone is born for a purpose. And so you have to find your purpose so you can live your life. Because life without purpose is like living life not at all. That's the difference between an occupation and a vocation. An occupation is how I make money. I go make money. I'm about money. But a vocation, I can do it if I don't get paid. I do it because it fulfills me morally. It fulfills me spiritually. It fulfills me physically. I'm in the purpose. That becomes your vocation. It's your calling. And it is what will then eventually pay you. Martha Stewart said, I love cooking. I've been cooking forever. I like it. I don't see myself doing it. That is a vocation. That's a purpose. Everybody needs to find their purpose. And then they can live their life. And they don't have to worry about regrets or I shouldn't have married him, or, you know, I settled, or I really wanted to go to school, but I didn't. Listen, find your purpose and then live your life.
Wow. You know, you just brought attention to, and again, you reflected on Dr. Miles Monroe, which that was a surprise. I didn't foresee bringing him up tonight, but it was nice to have his name on our show. And now in closing, you bring attention again to a beautiful book I read by Dr. Miles Monroe called Pursuit of, I believe it was
Pursuit of Purpose.
Yes, Pursuit of Purpose. And
absolutely.
Oh gosh, that was a great memory you brought back, and that's a great book as well. But definitely check out Dr. Anthony Shannon, or as we know, Speaker T. And again, let us know exactly where people could find you again, just in case they don't get your name right.
People can go to the website, thevictorychurchint.org. They go to Facebook, Anthony D. Shannon, right, and pull us up. They also, you know, can get us on Clubhouse every Tuesday night called Leading from the Future show. So where we deal with all kind of stuff that's on coming. And then, of course, our biggest is join the Academy. You know, we're advocating for other leaders who wants to live generously at leaderslivegenerouslyacademy.com. All right.
Mm-hmm. And you're laying low, because I know you're doing a lot more than that. You're doing a lot more than that. But but again, go check him out. Go check out the Victory Church. I mean, it's just amazing stuff going on. And follow me, and you could always DM me, and I'll lead you the right direction.
Absolutely.
We are just so thankful that you joined us here tonight. And
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope you are a guest again when you have your Netflix.
Hey, prophesy.
That's right.
You have that on you. You know, you're smart, you're compassionate, you're pretty, you're all that, and you can do hair. You know what I mean? So come on, you got a daughter.
Well, you know, seriously, when you were talking about vocation, I was thinking, wow, you know, I didn't get it when I was in vocational school. Right. I didn't get it, and now I appreciate it in hindsight. But it's so true. You know, it's about the feeling. It's about the feeling and the doing through the purpose. That's what makes sense, and that's what really makes you survive and thrive and have victory. Again, I just want to highlight that Dr. Evans, the CEO and president of the PIC TV Network, which stands for the PIC TV Network here on Roku TV, he is in California right now, and he is filming virtually from California, and we want to say hello from California.
Where you at, Doctor? Where you at, Doctor?
Patty, I'm here behind the scenes. I got to use my other voice and other page over here. Man, I'm enjoying the show, man. I see a lot of people popping on. It's beautiful, man. You guys is just amazing. Patty, I'm so happy for you. You know, today is my son's birthday. We're in Hollywood, California. And Patty, you got to tell everybody about the movie that was dedicated to you, Patty. You got to tell everybody about the movie.
I'm a little shy about that, but Dr. David Evans is in California, and he was in Pasadena, and he was filming a beautiful church, and he dedicated the mini movie to me. He's doing this series called A Day with God, and this movie was it's a few minutes. They're little shorts, you know, about 5 minutes, right, Dr. David?
I love it.
Yeah, and there was one little clip when he was at the church. There was like a memorial park, and people put little notes, you know, handwritten notes, and remember their loved one. And of course, Dr. David remembered me, and I was just very grateful of that. And this show, you know, but this show, you were talking about collaborations, Speaker T, and this show is exactly that, because I have the Miss You Graham. Just like you have on the social, I have the grievance chat room, and Dr. David is a frequent flyer there, and it's always so nice to have him, because you know Dr. David is a night owl. I'm just saying, but because it is at night on the Eastern Standard Time, and he said, you know what, let's have a show. And being that I was already a business manager for the PIC TV Network, he's like, we need a show. And I said, okay, let's do it. And here we are speaking to wonderful people like you. Again, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Yes.
I hope to see you again after you have your Netflix series.
Anytime.
You're going to receive now. I just want to highlight that Live Your Legacy. I'll be launching my pre-sale book. But this book inside, you could use it however you want. Shopping list, drawer in it, journal, whatever you want. It's blank inside because that's how your imagination should be. No lines. No lines, right?
I like that. No lines.
Thinking outside the lines.
Yes.
So use it how you like. I'm going to show you. This is mine. You know, I write in it. I write my thoughts, my bubbles that come out of my brain. I just jot down real fast. But you'll also receive a pen. And that's just a little thank you gift for being on our show. Again, thank you so much for being here. Again, any last closing words? I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. Any last closing words?
If you just focus on one thing to change this one thing or 1% of something, 100 days from now, you'll be 100% better. Just one thing a day. Just focus on one thing. And in 100 days from now, you'll be 100% better.
Oh, that's all you need. You just need that one mustard seed of hope and focus, and it will all be okay. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for being with us. Yes. Speaker T, Dr. Anthony Shannon, author of plenty of books, but this is the one that I didn't give away because I gave so many away. But this one I really like because this one is one of those, like, it's almost like a guidebook, you know?
It is. It's beautiful.
You could thumb through it. That's what I love. You could thumb through it and just read the 1 or 2 pages of each motivational.
That's right.
Again, these are all the highlighted authors in there, but really big deal people, and of course Les Brown and Cheryl Wood, and we're just really, really thankful to have this book. Again, thank you so much, and come join us again.
You got it. Thank you both of you.
Thank you. Peace.
Count on me. Don't be worried. Cast all your troubles away. Wherever you're going, just know that I'll be there. Count on me. Put on your smile. No need to frown, 'cause I'm here. Just look to me. Take a breath and look around, 'cause I have never ever let you down. My love for you will never fail. I'll be here forever. Count on me. Put on your smile. No need to frown, 'cause I'm here. Just look to me, and it will be alright. Alright. Just take a breath. And look around. I have never ever let you down. My love for you will never fail. let you down. People come and they go. I'll never leave. I'll be. You can count on me.
Thank you again for being on our show or watching our show. I want to say thank you again to Dr. Anthony Shannon, also known as Speaker T. Go check him out. You could always also DM me and I'll direct you to the right place. Also, this is one of his books. We want to thank everybody around the world. We have West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium, United States. The list goes on and on and on. We got Brazil, we have France, we have Colombia, we have Mexico, we have Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa. I said that before, and I just want to say it again. United Kingdom, I have a lot of friends there. What can I tell you? I'm excited. Again, our special guest is going to receive our Live Your Legacy journal book. It's blank inside because we don't write within the lines when we're using our imagination. You get a pen too. We want to ask you to come back and support our show. Check out the QR code for more shows on the PIC TV network, on Roku TV. Again, we are here on channel 1000. We are here at 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights. We want to say thank you so much, and God bless.
Dedicate this mini movie to Patty from New York. Patty is also a special person who loves people, and the Legacy show is amazing. Think about Patty and what she means to helping people. As we're recording here in beautiful, beautiful Pasadena, California, the PIC TV network mini movies presentations today. It's a beautiful place, one of the most beautiful places you ever want to see. Look at this beautiful city hall here in Pasadena, California. People are here. Look at these beautiful palm trees around us. We're showing you more. Look at the beautiful mountains. We're showing you the mountains, the palm trees there. And again, this mini movie is dedicated to Patty from New York. And this is her special time, and I want to dedicate this movie to her. And this is our through line. This is the secret space for lament and remembering to celebrate in celebration. Take a piece of paper, write your name, or a prayer, or a memory. Leave it here in community with others' losses and prayers for more memorial memories. We remain. We change, we go through it together. Through this, we are transformed. Again, this mini movie is dedicated to Patty from New York.
I'm flying on the Pick TV network.
Wow. You know, one of the beautiful things I love about recording mini movies on Pick TV Network is our mini movies are real, they're original, and people love them, you know, because we record with you in mind. For those who are watching right now, we're in California recording these last mini movie, 98. That means we only have 2 more mini movies to go. We are here at this beautiful Jackie Robinson Memorial here in beautiful California, and we're honored to be on such a beautiful place. Pick TV, mini movie, 98 stars right now. Hello, everybody. This is David Evans, President of Pick TV Network. I'm here with my wife, Coach Yvette Evans. She's going to talk about Rise, her coaching services. And I know everybody in the whole world watching this presentation going to get something from Coach Yvette Evans. Coach Yvette Evans, talk about your coaching services. And don't forget to give the information because people want to sign up.
Yeah, so I am a certified life coach, and I have a coaching business called Rise with a Y. And it stands for Reach, Yearn, Soar, and Excel. And we help clients really tap into what I call self-awareness, where you're really getting to understand who you are and what you're looking for in life. And then self-affirmations, getting to a place where you can affirm yourself, know what you want, and go after that. And then the third angle of it is self-advocacy, where you advocate for yourself. You're getting to that stage where you don't wait for things to come to you, but you go after them. And so as part of the coaching, we help you do goal setting, accountability, really focus on what you want out of life and help you move from one level to the next.
I love when you say certified coaches, because a lot of people say, I'm a coach, but I guess we can go into that on a session, being a certified coach versus not a certified coach. But tell people how they can get in touch with you to get your services and watch that.
Yeah, so you can reach me at www.risewithayenterprise.com. That's our website. And then on Instagram, Coach Yvette Evans 22. And then on Facebook, Rise Enterprise.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, your coaching services. You've been my wife for 36 years. You know, got to give a shout out to Steven. Happy birthday, Steven and Amos. We love you so much, Mother Edwards, everybody, Edie, Lion, everybody. We giving a lot of love out to everybody. Listen, Coach Yvette Evans, again, your coaching skills have come because you've been certified in the government. Can you tell everybody the difference between being a certified coach versus not certified, and to be a part of the coaching aspect?
Well, just like any other field, you have to be trained. A lot of people call themselves coaches and they've not attended any kind of training classes, taken any exam. But I am a part of the International Coaching Federation, which is the largest coaching federation in the world. And we have to attend training annually. Every 3 years, we have to be recertified and take an exam. And you have to pass the exam in order to receive your certification. And we have bylaws that we follow. So that's the difference between really just calling yourself a coach, because there are people out there who just say, I'm a coach, I help people, in certain areas of their life. But to be certified, you have to go through training and take an exam. It's like you going out and saying, I'm a doctor, but you've never gone to school to become a doctor. So that's what certification means.
Well, I want to say I'm so happy because you're a graduate of UVA, and we have college students here. One is from Liberty University. She's studying in TV.
Social media.
Social media. And then this brother, who's 20 years old, he's on the camera. He is studying TV production. Both of these are college students. You're a graduate of UVA. Tell them how important it is to continue your education, and it will pay off.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think, it's hard to get jobs these days, but it's even more difficult when you don't have an education.
Yeah.
And the education and degree set you apart from other people who are in the pipeline. And it doesn't matter necessarily what school you attend.
Yeah.
People think, I got to go to the most expensive school. That's not the most important key. The key is going to school, getting a degree, getting good grades, and then applying your degree to the field that you're interested in going in. But definitely finish school, and then go after your goals. Know where you want to go to. I coach around setting your goals and then working your way backwards. What will it take for you to get to that goal, and then setting that plan to get there? It's like, you take a trip and you have no destiny in mind. You're just going to be driving all over the place. So it's important to know where you're headed, and so you'll know how to get there on your way.
3 years. She graduated from UVA in 3 years, folks, and that's a lot. It took me a long time to get mine, but I'm proud of her. Pick TV Network, thank you for watching. www.watchpicktv.com with my wife, Coach Yvette Evans, and all of you around the world. Get her services, and you will be blessed. Thank you.